Did you ever enjoy Sparrows?
Sbarros. How do you say it? It's Sbarros?
I thought
so too. I never gave it a chance.
Why'd you correct me 3 times that if you thought so too?
I've never really given it a chance.
But we've gone, right, in the Sunrise Mall back in the day.
We went because I feel like they really had they had a moment with the malls and they had a moment with the rest stops.
And they had a moment with a buffet.
They had a huge buffet.
A huge Italian buffet.
But the thing is, like, what is compelling somebody to
go to a Sbarro's?
To go to Sbarro buffet, nonetheless.
Well, we were compelled.
We were. I said, I want salad. I want pasta. I want breadsticks.
I want breadsticks.
But
it's with the breadsticks.
Pizza. You know what the thing about Sbarro's is their calzones are what interested me. They had some like calzones and some rolls. That's
some deep dish calzones.
Deep.
Like you could fit your whole fist in their calzone.
I would fist their calzones, and I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Good children.
You got to think that there are audio listeners,
and I know that.
And like some of these girls, some of these gays, they're like on the way to work. They're like going to sleep. They're like doing these things, and you just like woke them the fuck up.
No, I didn't. In fact, that probably soothed them right to sleep.
You're kind of right.
I hope they didn't fall asleep. We have a lot to talk about.
I have never had more things to say.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon.
It is $7. You're getting 1 extra episode a week. We're kind of like dabbling. We're like playing around with different like styles.
Content opportunities and forms. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get now.
No.
What if we did a hot ones?
What if because you know we love to eat.
Who
loves to eat?
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Good Children, the podcast. We're hosts Joe Hegyes
and Andrew Muscarella.
Reflect on our 22 years of friendship.
Growing up in the late 2000s, early 2010s.
And all of the trauma.
What the heck?
And all of the nostalgia.
Trauma.
And seasonal episodes that come along with it.
I love a change of the season.
Do you?
I do. I mean, like, I'm not meant for summer. I sweat. Pours down. Like, my armpits, my fucking boobs, my rolls, everywhere is sweating. It's disgusting, and I can't have it any longer.
I had a bit of an episode with my armpits in the past 2 weeks.
Wait, Joe, you had to shave your pit.
Give me a second.
Nothing's there.
I had a rash. I had a pretty severe rash that really ruined like a week for me. I haven't worked out in months, and I blame it on the rash that I had for a couple. I'm seeing stars right now.
I was wondering.
I'm seeing stars.
You're dehydrated.
That's really concerning because all I did was took my arm out of a sleeve and put it back in.
And you're seeing stars. Well, you haven't worked out in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, because of the rash from last week.
So, I mean, and how's your mindset? You seem pretty good for the most part.
I went for a really long run 2 days ago. But if you caught me before that, it was getting
It's really
bad.
interesting to me that like you can just like not work out and then you go for a very long run and you can like run. Like I
went for what I did was walking. I did a long walk every morning and night. And then I built up to like doing a long run. Okay. And then I was able to do it.
That makes sense.
I don't run the fastest. I do more of a jog, I would say. But, it gets me out the door. It gets me moving. It gets me feeling good. It gets me ready to do a podcast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't moved my body today, really, besides going to Costco and eating. I mean, it's just crazy what we put our bodies through.
Is there anything you're looking forward to for the fall?
For the fall itself, we have a beautiful trip lined up.
Yeah.
That's fun. I actually would love, I would love a little retreat in the woods for the fall.
You've been saying this
forever.
Since 2022. You were supposed to go on a solo trip to the woods. Never happened to that one.
Well, I had to take care of some solo things myself before I can go somewhere by myself. You know what I mean? I need to look inward. I need to go to therapy. But I think that I can go somewhere solo. I have a flight credit that needs to be used by December 31st.
Can you use it on 2 different flights?
I can use it on I can.
Oh, Andrew, book that flight.
But now what do I do though? Where do I go?
I don't know, somewhere.
But it has to be by December 31st.
Yeah, so book it for November.
You think I should go somewhere by myself in November?
Yeah, if you want me to come, I'll come.
I mean, suddenly it's no longer a solo trip. But if you want to do content somewhere in November,
no,
I'll
I don't
do it
want
with
to
you.
Oh. I want you to be alone. I think it's good for you.
Should I go to Montana?
I'm so jealous. It's not a cheap flight. You're not getting that for $800 round trip. I'll say that.
Oh, God, that's so stupid. What are you looking forward to in the fall?
You know me. I keep it simple. I keep it easy. I look forward to watching Halloween films.
For sure.
I look forward to pumpkin spice.
Absolutely.
And everything nice.
Really?
I look forward to autumnal colors.
Yeah.
I look forward to
Autumnal wear.
I love autumn. I mean, I'm so happy wearing a flannel shirt.
Yeah.
Like nothing brings me more joy than dressing like a conservative man.
Yeah.
It really, really fills me with pride. This is why I have pride.
This is why you have pride, because you're conservative.
This is my gay pride.
Yeah.
No, we are kind of giving like this is a podcast by straight men about skateboarding.
I'm definitely giving Skater Boy. I really was like going through, because again, I haven't brought back my fall wear yet back to Brooklyn, and I was going through my stuff at home, and I was like, you know what, I have this jacket and I have these pants that I've never worn out in public in my entire life, and I don't think I ever will. But I'm happy that I'm wearing them.
That's the beauty of a podcast.
I know,
you can wear the most insane shit. You're like, it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Again, these are the biggest, most flowy pants. Are they the most comfortable jeans I own?
You should wear them. They're cute.
Are they actually cute? Or are you gonna look at me and you're like, that? What's?
They're a little big. They're a little wide.
They're
on the
wide,
leg.
but I think that's the
style.
look. That's the style. But yeah, with fall, you really can play around with what you wear. I want a good jacket, Joe. I want a good jacket, Joe.
Speak to me. Come talk to me after this. See me after this.
I'm gonna take a step into your closet.
I'll tell you one thing. Buffalo Exchange doesn't know what's gonna hit them when I pull up with 6 contractor bags full of clothes to sell.
That's really.
And when they say no, right to L Train Vintage. And when they say no,
right
I'll
to
donate
Andrew
it.
Muscarella.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope I have first picks. I have first dibs.
I don't know. I kind of like don't know if I want to give you first picks because like I
Okay.
do think I could make a lot of money.
Yeah, if you want to make money, make money.
And like I just know that I've given you again like vintage archival things that you cut in half.
It's like I'll never live down this dumb ass jersey.
Miami
Like, I'm
Dolphins
so
jersey.
sorry it was a Miami Dolphins jersey. And like, I'm sorry. It wouldn't fit the both of us if we freaking tried right now.
No, it would.
It was pushing limits. It was pushing
it would fit
limits.
me. Maybe it was pushing limits on you, but it would have fit me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe 6 weeks ago. You know what? Honestly, like what I appreciate about the fall the most, besides the clothes, and I don't think that people are really discussing this enough, is like food of the fall.
A squash,
a pumpkin, a
white
harvest bowl.
chili.
It's like this is the time that Dig In needs to start capitalizing on like consumers, because
Do you think
all I
they
want is a
shot
bowl.
themselves in the foot by cutting the in off of Dig In?
Yeah.
I'm not calling it Dig.
Why did they do that?
I'll never forget like Drake Bell made a transphobic comment when Caitlyn Jenner came out. And I'm not going to say what it was, but he was like, I'm still calling you, and then dead named Caitlyn. That's how I feel about Dig In.
You're dead.
I'm still calling you Dig In. I don't care. Call me Drake Bell.
It's kind of like, okay, I got the rebrand. Well, no, I don't really get the rebrand for Dunkin'
Drake
Donuts.
Bell comment on Caitlyn Jenner's transition.
Who
Everyone
the
needs
hell
to
does
shut the
Drake
fuck up.
Bell think he is?
Like, why did his opinion matter in that situation, and why do I remember that?
Yeah, no, that's almost what we need to look inward on. It's
Like,
like
who
why
wrote the
are
Constitution? I don't know, but I could tell you what Drake Bell said about Caitlyn Jenner.
like the information that you harbor in your brain about like some random person like Drake
Give me a
Bell.
name. I could tell you a fun fact.
Let's do. I mean, on theme, Josh Peck.
Got a timely talk and posted about 400,000 Snapchat stories.
Well,
a day.
that's more than we can say. And you know what? People have been telling us to get on Snapchat, but that's just something that we can't. I don't even know what to say.
No, yeah.
But you know what? At least he's sharing his story, and at least he's airing that dirty laundry. What about Miranda Cosgrove?
Miranda Cosgrove. Well, we all know what happened with Miranda Cosgrove and the stalker who set himself on fire in front of her house and shot at a car that he thought was her, but it wasn't her. And he burned himself alive in front of her house, and she wasn't home. Thank God.
I mean, some people are really scary. The fact that you would even do that to Miranda Cosgrove would even cross your mind. It's Miranda Cosgrove. Like, she's only done amazing things. Like, she's only done
amazing things.
She has, like...
If you're going to talk about one celebrity who has stayed in their lane and has been unproblematic and has been seemingly so kind...
So kind.
It's Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, I would be really interested to know her as a person. I feel like we would really get along, and I think that the three of us would make some really good music together.
Sparks fly.
It's like electricity. I might die.
When I forget how to breathe.
I mean, yeah, so she's amazing. I will say, crazy that we transitioned to the entire cast of iCarly, coming from a Harvest Bowl, but I've been really into making Harvest Bowls like as we head into the fall. I definitely was doing it during summer, but there's nothing heartier than it. Like, in fall you're eating good, you're eating well.
It is time to rise above the bowl restaurants by making your own bowl. Like, we have to stop accepting a lettuce, a grain, a protein, and a vegetable from a restaurant for $16.
Yeah.
You can do that yourself for actually no more than $6.
No more.
Total.
I need to make you this bowl because you haven't had it yet.
You've been air frying the fuck out of this kale day in and day out.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, the air fryer is one of the best creations on this entire planet. Anymore. It's one of the best creations of the entire planet because you just literally, because if you're already having things in the oven, amazing. You put things in the oven, you're like, fuck, there's no more space. I have an air fryer.
Yeah, but fuck air fryers. Like, I do think that, like, their time has come. Their time is up.
Why?
Like, first of all, I think that, like, the air fryer is the microwave of the 2020s. Like, I think it's like the, like in like the 60s, they'd be like, oh my God, this new product that we absolutely love. We can't get enough of it. Like, that's the air fryer. Like, it's going to be a fad. I think that its days are dwindling. I think its time is up.
Why? Like, some people love air fryers. I'm upset.
I only can cook food in an air fryer.
Are they innovating on air fryers as much as they should be?
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we've hit a wall. We've plateaued with an air fryer.
They already like came out so hot. Like, it was such an innovation.
And maybe it's because we don't clean ours thoroughly. But don't you think there's an air fryer taste to the food?
That's absolutely because we're not cleaning it. And I'll never forget, it's ingrained in my head. Who said it? Was it just your quote? Or
it was
like
me.
Joe just said, like, pretty
girls.
It.
I didn't know that. Back when I had Twitter, Andrew, like, does, as we know, like, is not really a social media user. I didn't know that he was looking at Twitter.
Yeah, I go on Twitter for, what you go on Twitter for
porn.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, you see me tweet in 2021. Pretty girls don't clean the air fryer.
I feel like I was like cleaning the air fryer like that week, so I kind of just felt like it was a personal attack, and I know it wasn't because you just wouldn't bring yourself to clean the air fryer.
I don't think pretty people should clean air fryers.
I'm an ugly bitch cleaning the air fryer. Like, what?
It's just like, I don't know. There's something to the slots. There's something to like the mechanisms in and of itself. Like, they don't make air fryers easy to clean.
They don't because it's sloshy and disgusting when you try to clean it. It's like there's like that goo because you're putting oil.
The goo. It's the goo.
Because the whole thing about an air fryer is like you're not really supposed to even be putting oil in there.
Right.
It's like whatever, but I'm still soaking it up.
And the moment it gets goopy is when I say I have to give up.
It's goopy doopy.
You know what worries me is our ice machine.
Joe, thank you for bringing.
Is it dirty?
Up. Thank you for bringing this up because I almost feel like
I've cleaned it.
I've cleaned it once.
You have not cleaned that ice machine.
I literally
you have not cleaned that ice machine.
You left for Mexico and I cleaned it because there was a red film going around.
It's bacteria. That's bacteria.
Yeah, obviously I've seen it in the shower as well. People see that in showers, and like I used to have that in my shower in my dorm room, but I don't have that in the shower here. I will say though, we got to get a
new liner.
Joe, what the hell is going on there? It
looks like the fucking entrance to Diagon Alley in Harry Potter.
It's like the bubonic plague on that
wall.
shit.
It is so scary. Yeah. No, I think you'd use white vinegar in the air fryer in the ice machine and like let it run. It's because there's a clean option. You press clean. It auto cleans. So I think you need to put like a vinegar in it. But then I'm like, is my ice gonna taste like vinegar?
No, I feel like we'll just like run it once and then it's good to go. It's
okay, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll
okay. I think this fall is all about cleaning.
I do think this fall is all about cleaning.
I think that like everyone needs to turn a new leaf.
A new leaf.
And we need to start cleaning collectively as a whole.
As a whole,
you're looking at a whole. As a whole, we should be cleaning.
As a whole. This is actually the best episode yet. As a whole, we're cleaning holes, air fryers, ice machines, showers, and like anything in between you can add to that list. And can like send us your lists because we want to know what you're cleaning as a whole as well. But I just believe that
for so long of the summer, for the last season, I was just like,
accepting filth.
you know why? Because again, you're sweating all day. So like, how much can you go through in a day? You can't clean. You ready just work. You're just hot. You want to be inside.
Yeah,
You want to turn the air conditioning on.
You walk up 3 flights of stairs.
You just want to lay.
Terrifying.
Not in the fall. I'm cool, calm, and collected.
In the fall, you have extra. And again, I know we all get depressed because of daylight savings time. We all get sad because the days are shorter. But I said this to you last week, and I stand by it. There's something almost relieving about it getting dark out at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Because you get to say, my day is over.
Yeah.
I can't go to sleep yet.
No.
But I'm not going to do any. I'm not going to start a new project. I'm not going to go out.
No, so you know what you're going to do?
Clean.
Make a 3-bean chili.
Make a 3-bean chili and clean the dishes before you go to sleep.
Absolutely.
Brush your teeth before you go to sleep.
As opposed to brushing it after. Fall is all about taking care of yourself. It's all about
self-care.
prioritizing self-care and like
How do you
personal
prioritize
well-being.
self-care?
How do I, you know, it's so funny because I've met so many people lately that have been telling me that my skin looks amazing.
Okay.
And let me tell you,
Skincare is self-care.
That's some of my self-care is my skincare routine.
What is it?
Very
Tell us.
good.
No, tell us.
My skincare routine is a little bit of face wash.
What kind?
OC.
Mm-hmm.
I've been milking this old OC.
The same bottle we got from like last August.
Yeah, but they sent us 2 different boxes.
Oh, right,
so
right,
I've been really like, because like, you don't really put that much on there. I use the OC face wash, the cleansing milk, and then I use their moisturizer.
You use this every day?
No, I would say that I skip. It's probably every 4 days.
Oh, okay.
But I always use the face wash in the shower. Now I saw that your milk was in there, so it's like, fuck it, let me bring my bottle in there.
I love how inspired you get.
The thing is, like you don't like that I get inspired by things that you do, but like,
No, I'm
I
learning
think
to
that
look
you
at it as
should, like,
inspiration.
Yeah, you should be like, oh my god, yeah. Obviously, someone would want to follow the things that I do because the things that I do is great. It's amazing.
Obviously, someone would want to follow the things that I do because the things that I do is great. That's actually my new.
That's literally why
affirmation.
English was my worst section on the SAT, and that's fine. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. I only wash my face. Even at night. That's why I take 2 showers a day because I have to wash my face in the shower.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Are those bottles that are in the cabinet yours?
What bottles?
The bottles in the medicine cabinet, the OC bottles in the medicine cabinet, yours?
No, those have to be yours.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I don't have any OC. It's all yours. It's all
You're
your
kidding me.
product.
I haven't touched those boxes because I thought they were yours.
No.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I get to use my ocean eyes.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Okay, that's fantastic.
So you're doing skincare?
I'm doing skincare.
Okay.
I'm doing oral care. And listen, before you take a step ahead of me, let me meet you there. Yes. Where your head is going, my head is also going. I will be performing oral care. I will be brushing ferociously, but specifically using gum care products.
I'm almost going to borrow some of that.
Absolutely, please. I would love nothing more than your gums to be okay.
Thank you.
Because I've been bleeding.
No, we have the same gum illness. We know this. We both take care of ourselves the same amount.
Yeah. So I would say it's definitely skincare, oral care, and then just like personal space care.
As in cleaning?
Yeah, because I go into your bedroom, I would say at least 4 to 5 times a day.
What?
And while you're there or when you're not there, and I just like sometimes just like look, and I'm like, it really is just such a clean space.
Thank you.
You want to surround yourself with a clean, beautiful space.
It is. Listen, I think it's about like I've realized this recently, where I was like, I when you consider your brain not part of your body.
Oftentimes, yes.
You know what I mean? But like, I'm piloting a ship.
Okay.
And like, the ship can't get the shit done on its own.
Yeah.
Like, the brain needs to be like, you have to take care of this living thing that's in. Like, it's like having a pet.
Yeah.
When you consider having a body, having a pet, you're like, this animal needs to be in a clean place. It needs
Yeah.
to eat healthy. It needs to get its exercise. It needs to drink water. It needs to like socialize. Like things that you would do for an animal, you have to do for yourself. Like, and I don't do that sometimes. I'm just like, I like let the fish sit in the dirty water. I'm the fish.
And like, you know what? The fish would belly up.
Exactly.
And you know what we can't do?
Belly up.
But you know what we can do? Gain 15 pounds and look like a oily mess. That's what we can do. But what will
That
I
felt
do?
weirdly personal.
Right. I think that like oftentimes I find myself, and like again, this almost feels like a New Year's episode. I almost feel like I'm starting new traditions and new care for myself.
A New Year's episode?
I almost feel like this is our new year.
Yeah.
Like we're entering fall and we're taking it
I
as
see the
like
fall as the birth of a new year in some
Yeah.
ways. Because I guess it's school. It's that tradition of feeling like you're starting school.
yeah. But
It's
again,
the
like
start of something. This could
be
be
the start of
something
something new. And I feel like right now, even as we speak, I'm like, I feel personally different.
I know.
And I feel like I've never been more eloquent in speech.
Yes.
And I also feel as if though, like when I go back to my apartment, I'm not going to be lazy enough to take my shirt off and not put it back up on a hanger
Yes.
or put it, you know what? Enough is enough. Put it in the hamper.
Wash
Put it
your clothes. Wash your clothes. Wash your clothes.
It's crazy. You guys, I'm going to wash my clothes because I do. There are often times where I'm like, I'm 27 years old. I'm single.
You're single?
Yeah, for the listeners out there that if you didn't realize, I am single. Well, I can tell you why. I can tell you why if I peel back the curtain. If my curtains were ever even peeled back in my room for light to come in, I'll tell you why.
Why?
I wouldn't want to date myself.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to date myself. But
If you don't want to date yourself, how
the hell are you
going
gonna
to
date somebody else?
Can I get an amen?
amen. But it's October, and I'll never, when you say something to me, I keep it in my brain. And you said, I'm going to have a boyfriend by October.
Well, I have the gift of foresight.
And you're usually right.
Yeah.
What we're all and everybody is scared about that you've said about me is I'm going to get hit on my left side by a car.
Well, that's not just me that said that.
Yes.
Also said that.
Well, she didn't say necessarily that I was going to get hit by a car on my left side. She did say that I wasn't going to make it past 27.
I didn't say you're going to get hit by a car on your left side and die. I didn't say you were going to die.
But she did read my palm and she said you're going to live a really short life, but you're going to have a beautiful love life and luck. So I think that
maybe
luck
that
is good children,
Okay.
right? Because like we're doing well,
And we're
like it's
very
only
lucky,
continuing to go.
yes.
Love, it could be friendship love.
That would suck if it was me.
Really
That would
suck if it was
suck.
you, Joe. Like I really felt like there was more for me in my life than just this. But if that was the case, like I
She
think
meant
I would
platonic.
die happy. That would be sweet.
Aw.
But I do think that like love would come from here. But then she said, I'm done so soon.
Alanis Morissette could add a verse into ironic about that, you know?
I kind of agree.
A young man turns 28, falls in love, dies the next day.
Hit by a car
On his left side.
He went very far.
Before he
He
died.
died. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Would you be an Alanis Morissette stan? Like at the time,
If I was younger, yeah, if I was alive when
Yeah.
Alanis popped off, I think she'd be my lord.
yeah, I think
I think for
completely
sure.
agree.
I think I just missed her, which is a shame. And I still could get into her. But I would have loved to be a teenager for Alanis Morissette's
Yeah.
rise to fame. I would have loved it.
it is it's so interesting to me the way that time progresses and like
Time curious time.
time curious time, like adults, right? Like our parents' generations, or like even just a little bit like younger, like they were Alanis stans, or like even just like stans of music in general. I keep forgetting
I
that. Like,
know.
my parents were like
My
into
mom was a Donna
artists.
Summerhead.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, it's just I
know.
can't even compute it. And then people are gonna look back on us and be like, those losers were
Those faggots were
Faggots.
standing Olivia Rodrigo at 84 years old. Those fucking dinosaurs were 30
losers.
going to the Olivia Rodrigo concert.
singing
Grow up.
All American bitch. Like, get a life. Clean your room.
Clean your room.
Get a job.
I mean, I also like, I guess it is kind of a cleaning era. This room
Mm-hmm.
is a whole different space. You guys can't tell because it always, I think, hopefully looks a little bit like it does right now. But the other side of it is usually hell on earth.
Yeah.
It's usually hell on earth in this room.
But it, again, when you're in a clean space, to your point before, like, it just makes you feel different. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel productive. And, like, that's what we want for everybody.
And that's why I love fall.
When I think fall, I think of a crisp autumn air. I think of that
autumn
specific
chill that wakes
smell.
me up. You loved the amber skies so much. Long limbs, frozen swims. You'd always go past where our feet could touch.
Are emotions in this fall?
I think emotions are kind of always in. I think it's great to feel your emotions. I'd recommend trying it.
I've been crying lately.
That's okay.
So I have
neither good nor bad.
No, well, but you know what? It's
totally
different.
Normal.
But it's totally normal. And
Yeah.
and when you can recognize that it's normal, tears then flow.
Yeah.
So,
have you been listening to The Last Time I Saw You by Nicki Minaj?
Joe, it's funny that you mentioned that.
No.
Because like I listened to it once through and I really, really didn't like it.
You're kidding.
I really didn't like it. But then I watched the VMAs and I was like, you know what? Like, why didn't I like it? I was waiting for Nicki to come out with, like, you know, but to our point, we love a Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
And we love a dear old Nicki. So why was I not into it?
I love it.
Yeah.
My music taste is really changing in the fall. I'll say that. A lot's changing. I'm changing who I'm listening to in a big way.
Really?
Like, my fall playlist, like, my number one artist right now is Tinashe.
Joe.
You're going to, don't, shut up. You're a Tinashe head?
I'm a Tinashe head.
I love that EP.
Like, I'm trying to get into Tinashe.
All right.
All to say.
I'm curious to see what my top 5. I'm so sick about Spotify Wrapped. I'm so ill about it this year. I'm really nervous.
Well, don't be nervous because let me tell you something. I was thinking about this too because last year, in my top 5 was
Ben Platt.
Waving Through a Window and Ben Platt. I think was one of my third artists. And let me tell you, and this goes for our listeners too, it's not too late to change where you're at. If you want to start listening to a few more artists right now, if you want to start listening to an album on repeat because you know your Spotify Wrapped might say that one of your top songs is 6 from 6 the Musical, now is time. Now is the time.
But then it's like, I'm not living my authentic truth.
Then I'm like cheating.
Yeah, I'm cheating on Spotify Wrapped. I might as well just be dead. Like, you know, if I can't be happy with that, how the hell can I be happy with anything?
Literally,
can I get an amen?
Amen. It crosses my mind at least bi-weekly.
I do. When I listen to a song on repeat, I am like, I'm gaming Spotify Wrapped right now.
Well, it's gonna be Penthouse by Kelsey Ballerini.
You're a ballerina.
I like it again. The VMA, like maybe I don't really watch a lot of award shows, but the VMAs this time I was really hooked and tuned in, and like Penthouse just hit me. It hit one of my soft spot. When you're playing Home in the Penthouse, baby.
I do self-care by... I think listening to music can be self-care. I also think it could be self-harm, depending on what you're listening to. Evermore.
Oh, my God.
I think that, like, I really feel like SZA is a very healing artist in many ways. I think Phoebe Bridgers, despite being depressing, also can really heal something when you really listen to her lyrics. Lorde, for example.
Lorde is healing for me, for sure.
I'm finally getting back into journaling. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but sometimes it really helps to write out your feelings.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew?
No one's ever said that before.
No one said, you know what?
Journaling helps.
If you're feeling a certain way in that moment, write it down. No,
no
I've never heard that from a therapist.
No.
I have never heard that from a therapist.
Thank
and
you.
You know what? When you think about it, they tell me to do that all the time, and I haven't done it once.
I've been telling you to do that forever. For as long as I've known it, for 22 years.
What's so interesting. It's like for me in writing, like it's just I have this block that I'm not good at writing. But why am I saying that to myself when it's just my emotions or I'm processing what I'm feeling? Like I can't even take pen to paper. But when I can let go of that idea, it does flow. Even with like a songwriting or like or I go on a bad date, someone ghosts me, whatever. Like I want to put that feeling that I feel down. Like come on.
Yeah. Come on.
So maybe that's this fall.
I've been writing a lot of music. I wrote 2 songs in the past 2 days.
That's crazy.
Full start to finish. The entire song's done.
Is it mostly based off, like, when you're writing a song, like, is it based off of a feeling that, like, or a situation or an event or what?
No, it's kind of just like I make it up.
You're making it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. I feel like for you as well, and I don't want to put this on you, but, like, it's kind of back to, like, the harvest bowls of it all. I just feel like this fall, like, you're really cooking.
I'm trying to cook. If you're like me, hey guys, if you're like me and cooking is not your forte, I have the best tips for you for cooking. I just wish we were getting paid. I can't cook food, okay? I did cooked meat. I cooked steak this week, and I cooked it very well. It was a little bit overcooked, but not too much. I made a salad. I put it in a salad with some cauliflower bites. Weird, but I actually was sending the patrons in the group chat. Well, I said, don't look at the plate. But it was pretty good. I want to make my meals, not necessarily cook them. Mm-hmm. So whatever I can do to, like, find fresh ingredients and combine them into something amazing. For example, right now downstairs there's a white chicken chili in the crock pot that's been stewing for 4 hours, and we'll have it in 3 more hours for dinner.
And listen, it was quick and easy.
It's quick and easy. Andrew helped out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I cut the onion and the garlic.
Yeah, I know. All I did was dump the rest of the things in the crock pot, but at least I get to eat that meal and say, I made this. And, like, I'm eating a lot of tuna, a lot of fish.
Well, listen, you have been introducing me to things that I didn't think I could be introduced to.
Salmon and tuna. Because
tuna's
gross. Like, everyone, let's admit it, on 3, tuna fish is disgusting. Canned tuna fish is disgusting.
Because, like, okay, it's the act of putting tuna in that can for me, and then you open it, and it's just the pungent smell that will permeate the entire space. It's like
cat food.
It's like cat food,
and it also is like, what's in that can? Because I'm pretty sure there's sometimes they catch other animals and other fish in those tuna nets. No. They just say, go for it. I'm pretty sure that's the case. It's like 95% tuna.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, health issues when it comes to canned tuna, but also, like, I just kind of think sometimes, like, who fucking cares?
But I'll tell you, like, having a piece of that tuna was eye-opening because I've judged it my entire life based on the smell.
Right.
And when I ate it, I didn't get that smell.
No.
That's fish in general, I think, is what I'm learning.
Yeah. I love fish. If I could eat strictly fish, I would.
I recently had a tuna steak.
Tuna steak.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I bit into it, and I was like, it did just taste like steak.
Well, that's different.
Well, maybe it was a bad tuna. It just, like, didn't taste like fish.
Well, this is the problem that I've always had. This is our age-old debate. Fish, people who would say fish is too fishy. Is steak too steaky? Is chicken too chickeny? It's fish. It should be fishy. I understand it's tasting a little bit bad. That's a different story. But when people are afraid of a fish tasting too fishy, what the hell are you saying?
Joe, that's a really good way to put that.
Is steak too steaky?
Is steak too steaky? But you know what they mean when they say
I know what they mean by it.
Because sometimes it literally just tastes like it just came out of the sea.
Yeah.
But
don't you want fresh fish?
I do want.
Isn't the goal fresh seafood?
You know what, Joe? I'm going to make this pact to you on this podcast. I am done.
Period. That's it. You get up and you leave.
I am done with this podcast. I am done with the picky shit. Like,
I'm trying.
I'm done. I'm 27 years old. If something is served to me, if something is at the store that I haven't had, that I've really been putting off for so long, like a tuna fish, I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to learn to love it. Because you know what? Life is too fucking short to pass the aisle with the tuna fish and say, I'm not going to eat tuna. And to look at somebody like you who's eating tuna on the daily and say, you know what? That's disgusting. This shit smells.
That is disgusting to eating tuna on the daily.
Like, there's just so many cans of tuna in our apartment. It's actually so scary.
Like, the meal I've been eating, my new hyperfixation meal, is I have my rice cooker, but has changed my life. I make some white rice. I toss that in my bowl. I obviously season it with rice vinegar and a little bit of sugar. I'm making, and this is pathetic, a can of tuna, some Kewpie mayo, mix that up, toss in some chili crisp oil, toss in a little bit of sesame oil, it tastes divine. And that's your tuna. It's like it's the poor man's Emily Mariko salmon bowl. Some cucumber, some avocado, some seaweed, some nori if you have.
Yes.
Mix that all together. It's fantastic. And it's so cheap. And it takes 5 seconds to make as long as your rice is pre-cooked. And you can't fuck it up.
Joe did make it for me the other day, and it was really very,
I made
very
the salmon
good.
one for you.
The salmon one was really good.
That was elevated.
You want me to walk you through my meal now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make a video on this, and I know it's crazy because I don't make videos anymore. I've retired from making one video. But listen, this is the harvest bowl of the year, and I swear by it. I know that some people in this room don't love things that are sweet, but I love a sweet and a salt. So what you need is your chicken apple sausage, kale, sweet potato, a green apple, and some feta cheese, and an onion. I chop all that shit up. I caramelize my onion. I chop up that fucking sausage. I put the kale in the oven. I put the sweet potatoes in the air fryer. You mix it all up. You add some feta cheese, the dressing, oil, balsamic, Dijon, Mike's Hot Honey. You toss it together. I'm not kidding. It's insane. It's insane. You can eat it every single day of your life and feel amazing afterwards.
Can you make me out?
Yeah, I actually love. The only reason I haven't made it for you yet is because I think for me, like,
you're afraid of my reaction to the Mike's Hot Honey.
I'm afraid of your reaction to the Mike's Hot Honey and the chicken apple sausage.
I like a chicken apple sausage.
Okay, I just like get nervous because I'm like, I know that you think that like Mike's Hot Honey is like my brand. Like you think that like I would fuck Mike and his hot honey. Like
you would.
Well, I'd be for a check. Yeah. So if they wanted to sponsor the podcast, would you say yes,
Mike?
Well, I mean, if Mike swung, yeah.
If he swung?
If he
swung cock?
I mean, now if we're talking it that way, yeah, sure.
For the fall, we should challenge each other to just do one thing. We dare each other to just do one thing.
Okay.
And listeners at home, dare yourself to do one thing this fall that scares you.
That scares you. That pushes you outside of your
ask
comfort
your
zones.
closest friends, what's something you think I should be doing? Because I'll say one thing before we get into this. At one of my old jobs during COVID, one of my coworkers, her name is Helen Surik. She's the former bookings director at Vogue. Very important woman, very talented, inspiring woman who inspired me and continues to inspire me. It was how to build your personal brand. She had every person in the office go around and write 3 defining traits about everyone else in the office. And then you received feedback from everyone around you about what they see you as.
Oh.
And I'm, you know me, this is like pre-Abigail, pre-making content. I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm like, my whole focus was like Instagram following and like trying to look cool. Like, that was my goal. Every response, the number one was funny. And I was like, hold on, I'm funny? Like, I was so confused. I was like, everyone here thinks I'm funny. Like, I don't even talk to them. Like people who I don't barely speak to, I was like, your number one trait for me is funny, not like cool, not edgy.
Yeah, like.
And then that was life changing. I was like, whoa, people see me as funny. And like a month later, Abigail began.
Yeah.
So ask the people around you how they see you.
It is so interesting when again, you perceive yourself as something.
Yeah.
But other people are perceiving you as something completely different.
And you're carrying around the baggage of every year of your life combined. You see yourself as a 5-year-old. And people who are meeting you for the first time or have met you when you're 18 or when you're 25 or when you're 7, like, they see you as a completely different person.
Yeah.
Like, I see you as 4-year-old you, and you see me as 4-year-old me, which is like part of it.
Yeah.
But like no one else besides your family and my family sees us as that we see each other.
Well, listen, Joe, I can tell you, I think that you're very funny.
Thank you. I mean, I think you're very funny.
Well, thank you. I mean, I will say that I've been recently told, and this one, and I say it every single time, it's more at the fitness at session, is that I'm extremely confident, and you can't teach confidence.
What's wrong with being confident?
What's wrong with being confident?
Look at Demi Lovato. She's not even confident.
She's not. That's what I was saying. I was like, because when people tell you that you're confident, when you feel like that's something that you lack,
struggle with, you're like,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
you're like, what do you mean?
You guys are a terrible judge of character.
Yeah, they're like, we can't teach what you have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never thought about it that way because I could be
Andrew,
non-confident. Yes,
look
but
at
like,
what we do with our lives.
I know. And like, it really put it into perspective for me. And
We
like,
sit there and we talk for hours a week and say people should listen to this, and not only that, they should pay for it.
yeah.
Like that's a level of confidence that
We get up on a stage and we're like,
we just talk about nothing for 2 hours and sing and dance.
and people leave happy.
Yeah.
Leave feeling good. And
Yeah.
you know what? That is something you really can't teach.
No.
So like, I don't know.
I think you're very confident.
Thank you.
My thing for you probably would be move through your whole life with the confidence that you have in that. Like my thing for you is literally audition for something.
Yeah.
Audition for something. Film
Yeah.
some fucking self-tape shit and submit it.
I
Like
know.
that is my challenge to you. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. But I admire people who I can see being an actor, right? Like by making videos
Yeah.
and like being themselves or doing all these things. Whatever. Meg for sure. Like I see like an Eric Cedeno, and I'm
Yeah.
like, his videos make me genuinely laugh. But
Yeah.
he's being himself, and like he's putting himself in these fun little situations, and like the video does well. But regardless if the video didn't do well, I'm like, I see what you're doing, and yeah, I would also want you to be in my TV show.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
So like,
Sabrina Breyer is an amazing example. I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever she ends up booking.
Yeah,
once,
easy.
Like it is so crazy. Like the level of acting that just is like pointing a camera at yourself.
it's incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my other challenge for you though is to make food content.
Yeah, I know.
Make your fucking recipe video.
I know.
And do it this week.
I know. I'm going to make that Harvest Bowl recipe video easy, like done. And I was like, anything again, like I don't want to put myself in a box, and I think that I've said that my entire life, like with or I've said it to Phil, I've said it to people, but like food content can be funny, fitness content can be funny.
Yeah.
Anything I can do, I can just bring my personality
If you
to it.
don't
and
bring your
just,
real personality to it, it's bad.
that's what I'm so afraid of. Like that's why I don't post videos, is because I feel sometimes when I'm going to go to do something, it feels forced because I had the idea originally, I wrote it down, and I'm gonna go do this video, and
Yeah,
it
you
feels
can't
like I'm
be writing
forcing
it down.
it.
You should be picking up
And
your
I'm
phone
like,
and doing it.
I know, and that's why I'm like, you know what? I would rather not post the video than be inauthentic. But then I can also realize that like that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
So like it is having that moment and just taking it on
Yeah.
your phone. It depends on the setting, though. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be the person that's taking out my phone at the dinner table. But those are the
Right.
people that make it.
I know.
Okay, for you, I would say like, I mean, to your point, like you're recording songs nonstop.
Shit.
Like, shut the fuck up already. Like
Shit,
if that's what
shit,
you
shit,
actually
shit.
want, like you are talented. You can write the music. Like you can sing the songs. You can, but I think the only thing that would be stopping you, would be stopping you right now would be the fact that like you're the one that's solely producing and editing the song, but like it's leveraging a network. It's who has a studio, who do you know that's in music that you can talk to, send your little songs to, and then like have them
so
develop
shameful.
it.
I'd rather
It's
die.
Well, yeah, I would also rather die than post a video. You know what I mean? Like those are the things that are so stupid and like whatever, like, and it's only shameful for you. Period.
Confident.
Okay, so that's one. Stop.
You're
You are
giving me a
confident.
list now?
You are confident. You just gave me 18 things to do. Okay, so like I would say that's definitely one of them, and the other one is like,
A list?
well, you are writing a lot already, but like
I need to
think
get back
that-
into
I think you
writing.
need to get back into writing. I would also, yeah. Hold on. You need
What
to
the
write.
fuck?
You absolutely need to write, but I think that like you need to write for your own personal pleasure.
Yeah.
Without thinking about like what can you make that you can put out there, and but also people want to read what you're writing. Substack, sure, like people can follow up, whatever, but like that book that you were writing, let's get back
know.
to it. That
I
book's
know,
gonna
I
have
know,
to
I
happen
know.
next year. But I also think for us collectively, we gotta
show.
write.
The
We
show,
gotta
yeah.
write the show.
Let's deflect and let's have a snack.
I'll tell you one thing. I haven't had a Baconator in years.
I can't wait for this Frosty. I feel terrible.
Joe, I feel like I've just been incessantly eating. Oh, did I get honked?
Did you say haunted?
No way. Someone honked. Someone. That looks insane. Can I get 2 medium pumpkin spice Frosties?
And fries.
And then, yeah, 2 medium fries.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? We're joining you outside of the podcast for our... We didn't go to the cafeteria. We're on a field trip.
We're on a field trip. We went on a field trip to Wendy's because
We saw
that they have a pumpkin spice frosty. So,
not sponsored. We do wish.
are you a sucker of a frosty?
So I like to try it. I like to try to suck as best as I could. Oh, you're trying it. It's pretty good. Does it taste like a Yankee Candle? Yeah.
Joe, it's pretty good. It does taste like fragrance. But not
a bad
really.
fragrance.
So we got fries on the side because that's how you do a frosty. It's so thick.
It's so good.
It's really good. Wendy's stays innovating.
They do. We've always been like Wendy has.
I'm kind of like, I would have this once a week. I know it's so cliche, but I do love a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks.
Yeah, I haven't had one. I haven't had one this season.
Like with milk.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, you can't.
Fuck an oat milk, fuck an almond milk, and a pumpkin spice latte. It's not the same.
No. Absolutely not the
This
same.
is quite good. You know what's not bad though? If you get a caramel macchiato iced and you get coconut milk, it's a good flavor. You have to think about what the flavor of your milk substitute is bringing to the profile of your drink.
Yeah.
At all times.
Absolutely. So smart because, again, coconut and pumpkin,
Horrible. But coconut and caramel, that's excellent. Coconut, caramel, and vanilla. Pumpkin and oat milk should be a good combination. But the thing is that a pumpkin sauce from Starbucks has milk in it. You know that?
You're kidding.
It's not vegan, it's dairy.
What?
Yeah, that's why when you get I get like a black coffee with, Jesus Christmas, with pumps of pumpkin. And the coffee is creamy because there's milk in it, there's dairy.
I didn't realize that.
Oh my God, it's me.
Joe, you're really dripping everywhere.
I thought it was you this whole time, that's why I was pointing it out.
You think my drip was all over on your side?
This is going right in the freezer, and that's dessert. And time for the rest of the episode. That was such a good snack.
I can't believe that we went to Wendy's. It's actually embarrassing.
And
No, it's not.
Why is that embarrassing?
It's not embarrassing. It's like, I love Wendy's. I do love Wendy's. But like, Wendy, call me.
Speaking of calling. Good children to the guidance office.
So I have a question, and I am 25. I'm currently still in my first post-grad job, but I moved far away from home, and I've built kind of a nice life for myself here, really far from home, but I have a boyfriend and whatever, and things are good. But I have an opportunity to leave and further my career somewhere else, and I can't decide if I want to stay in this town with my boyfriend and just kind of be like stagnant, or if I should go and take that leap, even though there's no guaranteeing that would make me happy, and, you know, I'd be restarting my life all over again, which I've already done once. So anyways, I just adore you two so much. I've been a listener forever, and if anything, I just want you guys to like be nice to me, because I can't talk to anybody about this because obviously my boyfriend would say, no, stay here. And, you know, my family would say, no, don't move somewhere else. If you're going to move somewhere, move home. But I don't really want to do that either. So, yeah, anyways, I just love you guys. Honestly, we love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
I love you.
I think that your answer is in the way you asked that question.
Yeah, I think it is
I
too.
think you know what you want the answer to be. That's why you don't want to ask your boyfriend or your family.
And I think that I would be in the same exact situation. Like, I would take the leap. Take the leap.
I'm thinking about Emily in Paris.
Oh my God, Joe.
And what does she do? She takes the leap.
takes
She
the leap.
leaves the boy. I mean, I'm not saying break up with your boyfriend, obviously, but I'm saying she says, I'm going to leave Chicago. I'm going to go to Paris for this job. And look at what happens to her. She becomes Emily in Paris.
Again, like, who knows if you take that leap, if you stay in a long distance relationship to start, maybe it's amazing. Maybe he follows you. Maybe he doesn't. But like, in these situations, I think you need to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And if you feel it's going to further your career or potentially furthering your career is going to bring you joy, the last thing that you want to look back on in 5 years or 10 or 15 is to be like, I was stagnant.
And question what if.
What if?
And then resent.
And then
Have some resentment. And that's the worst. Although I can imagine it'd be very tough to say to your boyfriend, I'm going to leave this city. I'm going to leave this place that you live in.
Yeah.
That must be crazy. But I think that it feels like your heart is telling you to go. There's a hurricane happening outside.
Yeah.
It feels like your heart is telling you to go. The heart wants what it wants.
And my body's... Wait, what's Judy in a bottle?
Heart is saying, let's go.
Whoa.
My body's saying, let's go. But my heart is saying, no. But this is the opposite.
The opposite. Yeah.
The heart is saying, let's go.
Yeah. And your
But the
body's
head is
saying no.
I think...
She wasn't talking about taking a leap of faith there. You know what I mean?
No,
So
that
think
was
about it
having
in a
sex
different
with
way.
someone at a
Yeah.
club. So I think that you should listen. I wrote this. Hold on. I wrote this note down when we first went to LA because I thought that we were actually going to lose all our money and that we were being insane. And I wrote down when we landed, a leap of faith looks like a free fall when you can't see where you're landing yet. Do you know what I mean?
There is nobody like you. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Take the leap of faith.
Take the leap.
Is there a leap pun with fall?
Are you thinking like take a leaf of faith?
That's the episode title.
Take a leap of faith.
It's all about taking a leap of faith this fall.
Yeah.
Wow. Just in time for this torrential thunderstorm.
Crazy.
We'll see you next week with a brand new episode. It might get spooky.
But in the meantime, don't forget to do your homework. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, write a little something nice, please, please, please. I feel like we were like going strong with 5-star reviews at the beginning.
Yeah, but something has just changed within me and something is not the same. Like, I still want those reviews, don't get me wrong, and I read them and I appreciate it. But if you want to give us a 1-star review, it's not going to ruin my life.
No, I feel like we've gotten a few and like
I'm
not
over
1-star, but like whatever.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay because you know what, we'll still beat on.
So we beat on.
And
boats against the
off.
Current.
Yeah.
Borne back ceaselessly into the
past.
past. I mean, when you think about it, that's the podcast.
It is.
We're borne back ceaselessly into the past. Ceaselessly into the past.
Ceaselessly.
Hi, sisters.
All right. You know where to find us across all social media platforms at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella, on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie.
I'm on Instagram at Hegyes, on TikTok at Gabby.
I just like that.
Stare at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it.